report or to someone else letting the president know about the implications of the crisis within central Nigeria. So either way, we are looking to see how it all plays out and what are the implications of that radio on the micro and the macro economies within that region. Um, but I honestly, if the situation over the last 2 decades is anything to go by, it's not a situation that it's not a crisis that is going to be um, diffused. I beg your pardon. Within the next year or two, it's most likely going to be a long term gradual change, if there is one.
Why has this caused so much controversy? This why I've seen it called the frequency for the Fulani. What has got people excited about it?
Well, simple. The ethnic and political dimensions to the ethnic and religious dimensions to this, right? At the heart of it all, it's simply a resource war that stretches across the Futajalon Mountains down to um, Central Africa up to Congo, DRC, Mauritania. You know, but the reason why it is huge here is because Nigeria is essentially two countries in one, right? And then the middle belt, central Nigeria, is right at the middle. It's at the nexus of both north and south. So you have, it's representative of the situation that exists. It's an atomization of what exists in the country. So you have the nomads coming in northwards, and then you have the indigenes who geographically are in the north, but have more in common with the south, right? And so, of course, different ethnicity, different religions, and so what begins initially as a resource war, people fighting over land, overpopulation, meaning that the resources are even more scarce, has now assumed ethnic dimensions. And of course, in the Senate and all other policy making bodies, there's always that disconnect. So people are always going to favor those who they share a homogeneous identity with, those who have the same religion or those who have the same ethnicity with them. So no one is thinking about presenting a united front. People are just thinking, I have been elected by my constituency. Is my decision going to favor my constituency? You see? So there is a disconnect, and it is going to continue for a while, regardless of the economic importance, how much is lost, how much the economy loses, whether there is food insecurity. It's just going to keep going back and forth like this until there is some sort of restructuring, and where each region has to make those primarily for itself, has to take care by itself. That way people will then, it will bring decision making closer to the people and be truly reflective of what a normal peace process should be. That's what I think.
Was there anything that we missed in the political side of the cabinet?
I mean, the president's wife has been agitating again and throwing subliminals on social media. So one would expect that one would imagine that she expects to be included in the process, or by extension, once more women, want a drastic change in the face of cabinet. I don't know if that is going to happen. We're most likely going to see a woman as foreign affairs minister, given all of the lobbying and posturing that the president's current advisor on diaspora has been doing. So we're most likely going to see that. Most likely going to see probably one or two other female ministers. But beyond that, I don't see any drastic change. So that's something that we can have done for sure. Secondly, the shakedown of MTN. I mean, MTN has constantly been harassed for so long. Um, and then Emefiele's reappointment as central bank governor means whoever is being appointed as finance minister is going to have a hard time trying to play an opposing role. Nigeria is broke right now. Nigeria needs a lot of money. So it's most likely going to toe the line of harassing a couple of big institutions to shake out money that it can, one, use to fund programs like trader money, socialist programs, make it more popular, regardless of how much money is in the country's purse. And secondly, so that it can continue to fund other infrastructure projects and pay salaries. As at last month, the excess crude account had already been depleted to less than, if I remember correctly, less than $200 million is in excess crude account of a country that calls itself the giant of Africa. So Nigeria is going to be shaking down every source it can for money. This might not be the last of MTN struggles. And so anybody who comes in as finance minister will have to toe the line of Emefiele who has earned the confidence of Buhari and Abba Kyari. So any finance minister will have to toe that same line. I mean, you have the new minister Zainab Usman, who has been more forthright in explaining the position of things, but has not been able to stop the disbursement of funds from the excess credit account. In the last 5-6 months or more since she replaced Kemi Adeosun, she has presided over the disbursement of money from that fund. So it's going to continue whether she remains in that position or whoever comes. We're not going to have someone like an Okonjo-Iweala or let's say another minister who has the willpower enough to say no, we have to do some of this like this, we have to take a different approach to things. So that's what I see. Nigeria is going to keep on spending on socialist programs, keep on, we are going to borrow more for salaries, and our fiscal policy is generally going to support that line of socialist thinking and that line of populist thinking. That's what I see. Yeah. As for petroleum minister, that's a tough one. Like I said, Bola Tinubu is likely, if the reports are to be believed, likely trying to get his nephew to be petroleum minister. Another candidate for petroleum minister is Godswill Akpabio, the former senator from Akwa Ibom State. So all kinds of characters are going to likely be appointed into cabinet, and it's going to be, what Newton describes as a freely falling body.
That's all for this week. For more, do sign up to our free newsletter to help you keep right up to date. Please give us a 5-star rating wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help others to find us. You can find more on our website, theafricareport.com, and on our Twitter page @theafricareport, and our Facebook page too. Let us know what you think. We're always listening. Thanks for listening too.